Welcome back to Theresa's Dead. My name is Theresa and I'm very much alive. I have an awful garbage filthy mouth, so viewer discretion is advised. But if you're not into that or weird shit in general, this is definitely not the place for you. Feel free to exit the video here. No harm, no foul, but I'll remember our time fondly. Hello my little dumplings. In today's video we have a whole lot of Danessa Myricks to talk about. Also, this is a look. I don't know how I feel about it. I'm very white today and it's alarming. But we'll get into that. In today's video, we're gonna talk about the new Yummy Skin line, which honestly the name is gross and makes me cringe every time I say it, as well as the lip and cheek duos that came out a couple of yonders ago. So without further ado, let's see if I wasted my money. Let's start with the primer first. The Yummy Skin Glow Serum retails for $34, and it's described as a skincare infused radiant priming serum that hydrates, preps, and protects skin for a lit from within glow. So you get about 1.1 ounce of product in this little tube. And you know, the packaging's okay. It's not super fancy, but she's cute. And unlike most primers that have a pump, this one has a little squeezy tube thingy. Kind of reminds me of like cake decorating, and I love it because it makes me hungry, but whatever. What I appreciate is the tiny little applicator, so I don't have to fear about dispensing too much product out as I'm squeezing this like a fucking stress doll. There are two colors technically for this primer. I got it in the shade Main Squeeze, which is a champagne gold for all skin types. I forgot what the name of the other one was, but the reason why I didn't pick it up is because it looked darker. However, it's actually meant for everybody. So I think I might go pick up that one too because I kind of want to check it out. Now, technically this could also be used as a highlighter, and in today's video I did use it as a highlighter as well, but I primarily use this as a primer. Now this is good for my babies that are like dry corn husks. It has hyaluronic acid that's meant to plump your skin, kind of like a plump hot dog. And if you have any dullness or uneven texture, this is supposed to help you out in those areas. That said, this is actually pretty fucking good. Is it my Ritual Diffuse Thorn Oil? No, nothing's ever gonna beat that. Mark my words, nothing will ever beat that. I love you too much. It's too good. But a combination of the two, fucking amazing. And it's actually what I have on my face today. This is a product that I can continue to see myself using. And I like it so much so that I'm actually gonna pick up the other color. I love that this product has that glow from within. Now, how I applied this was I took a little bit of product and I put it on my cheeks, my forehead, my nose, my taint, whatever, and I gently patted the product into the skin. Now, like I said before, I did put this over Ritual Diffuse Thorn Oil, plus I did a whole skincare prep routine, which I kind of will explain a little bit more about that when I go into the foundation. But a combination of everything really makes my skin super hydrated and very glowy. Almost like I dipped my head in a fucking oil basket, and I love it. What I can appreciate about this product is, like, unlike Nivea's License to Glow Serum, that fucking wasted money, this leaves you incredibly glowy and hydrating, and it doesn't dry your skin out. So like I mentioned, I did use this as a highlighter, but my preference is really more of a primer. And I find that with the combination of this and the Yummy Skin Foundation, my skin looks and feels great. And I didn't notice any issues with this product. And most importantly, I didn't break out. It's super comfortable, practically weightless on the skin, and my makeup had incredible longevity. Now, after I put on blush and bronzer, I went ahead and I applied a little bit more highlighter, and it looks so fucking good on the cheekbones. It has that wet alien slut feel that I absolutely love. And even if you didn't put it on top of bronzer or blush, there is a really nice glow to this product, so you'll always have something going on, which is great. I think out of everything today, I'm pleasantly surprised with this product. Usually primers are like, like whatever, nobody gives a fuck about. This is really, really good. This one is super special. And with the Sephora sale just around the Ripper Bend, I'm going to highly recommend checking this product out during it, because for $34, it's not breaking the bank, but if you can get it fucking cheaper, get it fucking cheaper, you know what I mean? But this is great. I love this. This is awesome. So let's move on to the foundation. The Yummy Skin Serum Foundation retails for $34. Comes in 26 shades and is described as a skincare hybrid foundation with medium buildable coverage that effortlessly creates a natural looking skin-like glow. So the packaging reminds me a little bit of the Beauty Bakery foundation, or was it the Instabake? Whatever the fuck that thing was. Again, kind of, you know, like unfuckable packaging. There's really nothing to write home about, and it obviously mirrors the primer. But I will say I do love that it's a squeezy tube. That's fun. Now the shade range, it's fucking weird. I am fair. Sometimes people confuse me as an old-timey ghost. So sometimes foundations that are meant to be fair can actually look a little too dark on me. Very, very strange. So for safe measures, I decided to get two foundations. We got 1P and 3P. Since I have a cool undertone, I chose the undertone P. However, there are 4 undertones within this foundation. You have P for pink, you have N for neutral, neutral or olive undertones. You have G, which is golden or olive undertones. And you have W, which is for those who have peach or red undertones. Now, 1P, straight up white out. I was actually fucking impressed. 3P is probably my best match, but still on the lighter side. Now, I purchased this through Sephora, and when I tried to do my shade match, it laughed at me and basically told me to go fuck myself. So I don't think I did too bad, but I feel very fucking white, like spooky, ooh, white. And I didn't want to distract too much, right? I wanted to kind of focus more on the face product, but I think I'm just too light today. It's scaring the shit out of me as I record this. Probably didn't help that I paired it with an orange fucking lipstick, but whatever. It's summer in Florida. In any case, this foundation, it's kind of a fickle bitch. There's some really great moments, there's some really great things, but then there's also things that kind of suck about this foundation. And it requires a little bit of hand holding to make it work. Now, the pigmentation, fucking intense. It's intense. Buckle up, bitch. You're in for a ride. You only need a little bit. Let me stress that to you. You only need a little bit, which is great because you're gonna have a lot of time with this product. And I love that the pigmentation is so intense that it feels like it's covering up all my sins. For a medium coverage foundation, this kind of acts a little bit more like a full coverage, but it's classified more as like a high medium. Everything looks pretty good, but I do see some, you know, light redness poking through. Now, if you're looking for that barely there skin-like finish, this is not for you. You're not going to achieve that. You will try your hardest. It's never going to work out for you. If you are not too careful with this product, especially when building up certain areas, it can get incredibly cakey. Now, I applied this foundation a few different ways, and in today's video, I'm just going to show you kind of the combination of the two that really work best for me. And I found that with a brush or a sponge, it's the best way to use this foundation. Now, I love my Dick sponge. I really do. And this had a really hard time picking up the product, which is so fucking wild to me because that has been great with every other foundation. For some weird reason, it doesn't stick to it. So as I'm trying to blend it into the skin, it just looks like it's sitting on top of the skin. It's really weird. So I found the best way is to use a brush first and then use a sponge to go over it, because even when using a brush, you still see that it's not quite like melting into the skin. It's sitting on top of it. Now, what's funny is that I usually don't have any issues with my pores, but I do experience a fair amount of dry skin because my skin type is that of a mummy's dick. Sometimes this foundation enhances my pores. I don't know why, it just does. And I feel like it's every other time I used it. Today's probably the first day that I really thoroughly enjoy what I look like. So when this foundation wants to act up, it enhances my pores, it doesn't blur them. And my pores are so prominent, they look like a fucking whack-a-mole game from a carnival. So I found myself having to layer the foundation in certain areas to just try to even it out. And when I would try to cover the potholes, by doing so, if I used too much, it started to look like a huge kind of cakey layer right here. It's challenging to find that healthy balance, and I assure you that you can find it. You just need to do a little trial and error with these products. The other thing that sucks about this foundation is that it does enhance the dry texture that's on my nose. Like I said, today is the best day my nose has ever looked, but still looks like a sprinkling of powdered sugar on my nose. I find that it's best to go with a very teeny tiny, even fucking smaller amount that I use for my face to apply it onto the nose and just do it one time. By doing it it looks good. If I use any more, it's just straight up caked on. It's fucking gross. The other thing I have too is I'll have sometimes dry skin right here on the apples of my cheek. And again, if you are layering the product, it's gonna just enhance the shit out of it. It's like computer enhance. It's terrible. I fucking hate it. So I really hated the fact that there would be some days where it just looked like I was staring into the mirror, staring into my own death, that realizing time is moving way too quickly, okay? I don't need to have an existential crisis when I'm putting on my fucking foundation. So once I figured out how to make it to my liking, this looked really nice from far away. I'm a full-on Monet. Up close, you could kind of see the dryness and the cakiness right here. But from this distance, I look good. You can't fucking tell. This product does have a nice dry down. I didn't experience any oxidation. I still needed to set it lightly with some setting powder. And the reason for that is because it does transfer. However, I really did my best to try to avoid any powder around my nose because I just didn't want to add to an already shitty situation. Now, what's interesting is that throughout the day, everything still looks really good. It's just around my nose, around my nostrils, it starts to create this product buildup as if I'm a fucking artifact in a museum. I don't know what it is, but it's super dry over here. No matter how much I prep my skin, no matter how many serums and potions and virgin's blood I use, there will always be some sort of fucking texture when using this foundation. Now, a plus side is that while it can be a little thick at times, it didn't settle into any of my fine lines, and I didn't break out from this formula, which is great. While this is marketed as a lightweight foundation, in ways it is. Yes, it can look a little cakey on the skin, but overall it feels incredibly weightless, which I really enjoy. The longevity though, bitch, it's fucking amazing. I love the longevity of this product. This shit lasts all fucking day, and like I mentioned, everything else looks good. It's just around my nose that looks a little crunchy. I really do appreciate the rest of my face doesn't look dried out. It has this really beautiful radiant glow. Now keep in mind, my skin is very, very dry, so at the end of the day, I do have like a luminous glow. So if you are someone that has oily skin, could be a bit much for some, for some people, could be really oily, but for me, it didn't feel oily at all, because that's how fucking dry my skin is. And I love that the coverage at the end of the day is still very, very strong. There's no noticeable holes or anything. It's really fucking pretty. Now, I'm kind of on the fence about possibly repurchasing it. There are some moments where I'm like, I really do enjoy it. Like today, I really like how everything looks complexion-wise. Yes, I'm a little fucking scary white. But overall, like, this is probably the best application I got with this product. But then when I think about all the hand holding that I have to do I really, really want to deal with that every fucking time? No. I think how I will use this foundation is purely for filming only. I don't necessarily know if I would really kind of go out and about. Unless I'm being like photographed maybe, or again, just being on camera, then like, yeah, I see a need for it. I kind of actually almost want to use this to go get my driver's license photo. So, I don't know, I'm thinking about it. Because I do like how it looks, and driver's license pictures, they all look so fucking bad. So maybe this will be a saving grace, but I definitely need to like warm my face up, otherwise I look like the Invisible Man. So I don't know. We're gonna have to figure something out here, but like, I'm kind of on the fence about this product. There are things that I like about it, but then there are things that I really don't like about it. It's not the worst thing I've ever tried. It's certainly not the best. It's kind of in the middle. I just don't think it's worth the hassle. So if I were to pick it up, I would definitely pick it up on sale. So kind of note that if you are interested in trying this product. Again, Sephora sale is just right around the corner. Wait. Wait for that one. But you know, again, I could be the minority. I know there's plenty of people that actually really enjoy this product, but there's some things I really wish I could change. Now, the last products I want to talk about are these Dewy Cheek and Lip Palettes. These palettes retail for $32, and it's described as a skin-loving Ultra Luxe cheek and lip cream palette filled with 4 multi-use shades ideal for all skin tones. So I picked up both palettes because in my eyes, I'm kind of treating one as like a bronzer contour and the other one as a blush. Now, the packaging is okay. Again, I get it. This is really, truly designed for someone who is a makeup artist, which totally makes sense because you need to see what you're working with. But as a makeup enthusiast and as someone whose makeup dick rises like a phoenix over luxe packaging, this is lackluster. But who fucking cares, right? Now, I will say I only use these as face products. I did not use them for lips because to me, again, doesn't really make much sense. And in that way, they're not practical for me. They're practical purely as a face palette. At the end of the day, I'm a lazy bitch. And the thought of creating and perfecting the perfect lip color is, no, I don't want anything to do with that. Put it in a fucking tube. I want to take literally 4 seconds. That's it. So I cannot comment if they are good in that regard. With that said, the formulas from both palettes operated very much the same, both being incredibly easy to use. I, again, tried to use my little dick sponge to see if this would work with the product. And for whatever reason, the formula is a little bit too stiff. So Franklin was having a little issues trying to pick it up. Yes, I named him Franklin. Since the formula was a little bit stiff, no pun intended, I used my mini Sonia G mini base face brush, whatever. This thing is fucking amazing. I forgot when I got this. Was it a couple of years ago? Whenever, I think it was like one of the holiday sets. This is amazing. Probably one of my favorite tools in my arsenal. And this is perfect for picking up cream products. The formula in these is so incredibly easy to use. What I love about the formula is that it's pigmented, but it's blendable. I didn't find any issues or difficulty trying to blend the product out. If I felt like I was going a little too possessed doll, I would just take my paw sponge and I would gently go over it. This formula is incredibly hydrating. It doesn't emphasize any texture or dry skin. And it gives you this really incredible, sexy, glossy look without it being super IG model pretentiousness, you know what I mean? The colors also pair so well with each other. So for the Do It Undercover palette, I primarily use these 2 shades because these 2 are just a hair too dark for me. But the first shade, Hush Hush, it's described as a mocha nude, and then Nuditude is a caramelized nude. Both of these together make for a beautiful bronzer color. Now, you know me, I am a cool tone fish, and even the slightest bit of warmth, I'm like, I don't like it. but there's something about the combination of the two in this palette and this formula that's just fucking like permanent vacation glow. I'm obsessed. Like I said, normally I don't fuck with warmer colors. This I can fuck with. I love it. Now the other palette is Do It Flirting. Now in today's look, I tried to go for more for like a peachy orange moment. I didn't want to make it like super intense. I don't know, it's just like a perfect summertime color. But I love this palette more because I can get a lot more use out of it. The other one I can only use 2 colors. This one I could definitely use all 4. And I love being able to mix and match between the colors to be able to create that custom color. Yes, I know, I literally just said like 5 minutes ago, I don't want to do a custom color on my lips. Meh. I definitely don't have time for that, but I do have time for it being a cheek product. At the end of the day, I really love the versatility of this. Again, the formula is super hydrating. It has a radiant finish and a built-in highlighter effect. While it does dry down, I didn't feel any tackiness or stickiness with the product, but I do set it down slightly with a little bit of powder. And when I do that, yes, the sheen does get lifted and you're kind of left with more of a soft matte glow. So whether you set your face or you don't set your face, rest assured you don't have to worry about your hair flying into your face and creating that weird fly paper sticky effect. It's not gonna happen. Now the longevity of this product is fantastic. I wore both of these palettes for well over 12 hours and didn't notice any sort of fading whatsoever. Everything still looked really fucking good. And again, another product where the formula is weightless. It feels like I have nothing on, and I love that in a cream product. I will happily purchase more of these palettes in the future if the brand ever decides to release more colors. The formula is absolutely fucking divine. I cannot believe how incredibly this formula is to use. So glad that I picked these up. They are well worth the money. So yeah, not bad. I don't think I wasted too much of my money. There are definitely some things I don't know if I would repurchase in the future, but overall, very, very happy with these products. So I guess we can call it a win. Now I want to hear from y'all. Let me know down below if you picked up any of these products, if you love them, if you hate them, if you want me to review something else, let me know because I love hearing from you. And with that said, I want to say thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it. As always, feel free to like, comment, hit that subscribe button, it's free, and hit that bell icon for notification of all my future posts. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Patreon. To all my beautiful, wonderful patron babies, thank you so much for keeping this delicious, disgusting, filthy, trashy, really filthy, really gross, really dewy and radiant garbage butter float. Couldn't do without you, and I love your adorable little delicious faces, and I just love you. That's it. I love you. If you want to know what is currently on my face along with where to get these products, everything will be listed in the description box below. And I'll see you little pumpkins later. Bye.